So done with reading the question. Let me help you to answer this question. A and B start from their house at 9 a.m. Done. So A and B are starting from their house at 9 a.m. Okay. So they travel from their house on MG Road at 30 kmph and 50 kmph respectively. As they mentioned respectively, 30 is for A and then 50 is for B. Done. So there is a T junction on their path. What is the meaning of T junction? What is the meaning of T junction? This is T junction, right? What is the meaning of T junction, guys? This is T junction, right? Let's say that their home is here. We don't know what is the distance from their home to the T junction part. Okay. So it will be having some distance. They'll travel some distance, a straight line. After that, they can find the diversion either to the right hand side or to the left hand side. Okay. T junction is nothing but this. After traveling some certain distance to the straight line, either they can go to the right side or left side of the value. Okay, next. So there is a T junction on their path. A turn left at T junction at 1 p.m. B reaches the T junction earlier and turns right. So both of them continue traveling till 3 p.m. What is the distance traveled between A and B at 3 p.m.? Okay. See this information. A turned left at T junction at 1 p.m. Okay. That means both started at 9 a.m. So A is turning left at T junction at 1 p.m. Done. B reaches the T junction earlier than A and turns right. Of course, it happens right because B speed is more than A, so he will reach the T junction little earlier than A and turns right. Done. Both of them continue traveling till how much time? 3 p.m. So they traveled from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Okay. So this is the base point that you have to understand. From 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. they have traveled. How many hours of duration of travel is happening over the journey? How many hours of journey is happening from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m.? So we know both the person's speed, A speed is equal to 30 and B speed is equal to 50. We know that they were traveling for 6 hours. Okay, okay. Till 1 hour, if you are counting for A, it is 4 hours. Okay. 2A4, can I take it as till 1 p.m.? So if you are counting from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., it is 4 hours. Okay. So they are given for the entire duration from 9 a.m. They're starting from their house until 3 p.m. They're continuing with their speed and they're traveling towards the T junction and taking right turn and left turn. So total rationally, if you see the puzzle and if you are trying to understand, 6 hours of journey has happened. Okay. So if 6 hours of journey has happened, what is the distance that A will be traveling with a speed of 30 and in 6 hours he will be traveling 180 kilometers of distance. Okay. And what is the distance that B will be traveling with a speed of 50 and in the 6 hours he will be traveling total 300 kilometers. Okay. And what is the question that they're asking? What is the distance between A and B at 3 p.m.? So at 3 p.m., if you see, after reaching the T junction, one person is turning right and the other person is turning left, right? So exactly at 3 p.m., if you see, what can be the distance between two of them? Okay. Let's say that this is the starting point and we can understand what is the distance between starting point to T junction with reference to A time of travel. A turned left at T junction at 1 p.m. means from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. it is 4 hours of time. So that 4 hours of time with a speed of 20, he can cover 120 kilometers. That means from the starting point to this point, it is nothing but 120 kilometers. Okay. So A is turning left, right. So from this point to this point, 60 kilometers he will cover. At 3 p.m. exactly A was here. Okay. And now you know that B will be covering 300 kilometers. So from starting point to here, it's 120 already. So from here to the downward direction, he will travel how much distance? 180 kilometers. Okay. So from this T junction part, he will travel 120 kilometers, sorry, 180 kilometers, and he will be here. Done. So what is the distance between A and B means A and B distance at 3 p.m. is nothing but the 60 from this to this junction and this 180. 60 plus 180, it is nothing but 140 kilometers. Option 4 is the answer for the question. Option 4 is the answer for the question. Okay. I'm reiterating the explanation once again. So if you have got the other answers as answer options, please check it out fast. So after reading the storyline in the question, we can understand that 9 a.m. the journey has started and then it has continued till 3 p.m. Okay. So with a speed of A equal to 30 kilometer per hour and speed of B is equal to 50 kilometer per hour. Done. So rationally, if you see, we can understand like without bothering about any condition, if the journey is starting at 9 a.m. and then it is continuing till 3 p.m. means 6 hours of time is there in the journey. So A can cover 180 and B can cover 300. But what was the question? Exactly at 3 p.m. So they were running to a T junction exactly at 3 p.m. What is the distance between A and B? That was the question. Okay. So according to the condition in the question, A was starting from 9 o'clock and then he is turning at left for the T junction time of 1 p.m. So 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., 4 hours of journey that is covering a 120 kilometers of distance. After that, he is turning left. That means traveling towards top of 60 kilometers. Okay. So if you have seen for B, from the starting point, if that is 300, so till the T junction part, it's 120. From the point to the downward direction, it's 180. Altogether, from the point of A to B at exactly 3 o'clock, the distance is nothing but 240 kilometers. So next time they can give you P and Q. Next time they can give you names also. Next time they can change the values of speeds and values of point of time also. But the process of solving the question is same. So are you clear with the question now? Actually, these are puzzle kind of questions, guys. Basically, as they said that it's involving with speed and time and distance, we have picked this into these questions. Shall we go for the next one? Are you clear with the question? Actually, that is just to confuse us. That is not having any clue point or that is not having any information. Okay. Let's see this point, guys. B reached earlier than A for the T junction means do we need to calculate what is the time taken by B to reach the T junction? It's not required actually. What is the distance traveled by B at T junction? Distance is 120 only. See. Don't bother about some other information. Okay, I got your point. Tony and 2A4. Let's see here. We are meant to calculate what is the distance between A and B at 3 o'clock exactly. Okay. Here, that is some extra information they have given. Okay. Actually, the point why they have given A turned left at T junction at 1 p.m. exactly means they want to tell what is the distance between start point to that T junction value. That is the reason they gave that clue. Start point to the T junction, the distance is 120. It is the same for A and B. Okay. T junction path is there. Okay. T junction path is there. Whatever the distance from here to here, that is the same for A and B. Okay. So if A was traveling for 4 hours and then reaching this T junction means it's indirectly they were telling starting point to this T junction note, the distance is 120. Okay. Then again with respect to B, we no need to bother or we no need to consider taking 50-50 into consideration. Okay. That is just to confuse you guys. These are puzzle questions. These are puzzle questions. It has nothing to do with the information. They just want to tell that of course it happens. A will like B will reach earlier than A, but that clue has nothing to do to answer to the question. Of course B will reach earlier. Why? Because his speed is more than A, right? So we no need to bother about what is the time that B is taking to reach the T junction. The question is not based on that. See, in puzzle question, they'll give lot of information. After reading the storyline, what is required to answer is the point that you have to catch it here. It's all regarding the thought process, guys. Different students of different aspects of approaching the question. You might be concentrating on what is the time that taken by B to reach the T junction. So for the question that Tony is asking, what is the distance traveled by B at T junction means it's the same 120, because from starting point to T junction 120 kilometers is traveled by A means after reaching this T junction part, T junction it is the same. They are intended to tell that indirectly distance between start point and T junction is 120 kilometers. That means if B is traveling, B will also cover this 120. Okay. So I guess now Tony it was clear to you. And 237. But they mentioned B came to the T junction earlier than A. Of course it happens because B speed is more. Here we are no need to bother about what is the time that B is taking to reach the T junction, because the question is not about time. The question is about distance. If we can sense it, what is the distance from start point to like a T junction, then concentrating on distance, we can answer. So if you are concentrating on time, that also will give you the answer, but it's like reverse engineering process. Okay. See, question paper set a target is to confuse you guys. What is needed, what is not needed also they'll give you. So 237, are you clear with it? And 2A4, are you clear? Or still anything that needs to be addressed? Uh, these are puzzle questions, guys. If you have a single doubt also, please don't hesitate to ask. That will help the trainer in which way you are thinking. And next time we were discussing these questions, means we can be little more clear to you so that you can understand at a stretch in single explanation. Okay, done. So shall we go for the next question then? Why we took 60? Okay, 214. Please see, total 180 kilometers is the distance. Otherwise total 6 hours is the travel from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. till the T junction. 120 kilometers of distance will be covered by A, and remaining 2 hours, 1 hour the speed of A is equal to 30, right? So remaining 2 hours, 30 into 2, 60 kilometers of distance will be covered. That's the reason to the top word I have taken 60. So whenever puzzle questions comes, see the approach, how the trainer is explaining, and then considering the approach, you can get many more values of solving the questions, guys. Okay. As the speed and time are differing, why to take 120? B speed is okay. See, you can do like the 2A4, but the point here is, if you are writing that 4 hours, that 4 hours they have given with respect to A. With respect to A, he is reaching that T junction part by taking taking 4 hours of time to reach the T junction part. But he will but B will not take 4 hours. B will reach early, right? To be clear, if you want the time that how much B is taking to reach this T junction, distance is 120 only. So B's speed per hour is 50 na. So 50 plus 50, and then this is 20 kilometers, right? So for this 20 kilometers, actually 50 for 60 minutes, and 20 kilometers how many minutes means it's 20 by 50 into 60. Okay. So zeros will be getting cancelled. 2 by 5 means 5 ones, and then 5 12s, 24 minutes. If you want the time, so B is taking 2 hours, 24 minutes to cross, to reach the T junction. Okay. Don't take that 4 hours of value with respect to B. Why? Because we know already. So in the 4 hours, B cannot be at the T junction. In the 4 hours, B will cross the T junction. We can do, it's like approach, whatever you are using, that should be the short approach to solve the question. That's it. If you are seeing for 5 into 4, like 50 into 4, which is 200, next to 2 more hours, you have to consider. Okay. But as we can understand that B cannot be at the T junction for that 4 hours, no need to check it out. Okay. So still any more doubt? Don't hesitate, guys. Whatever your thought process, please try to put it over there. So if you don't want to type, then let me know in the chat box so that I can unmute you. You can ask your doubts. If one doubt is cleared now, that can help you out to think in other aspects of remaining questions of any other concept. Then let's go for the next one. Try to understand if I'm teaching easy questions in class and test questions are difficult or otherwise the company specific drive questions which you are going to attempt. If they are difficult, training will not work for it, guys. So while practicing also take tough questions only. Easy questions, okay. Here is the next one, model 2. Read the story in the question. We know how to solve already. I started on bicycle at 8 a.m. to reach the certain place. After going a certain distance, my bicycle went out of order. Consequently, I rested for 30 minutes and back to my home, walking all the way. I reached my home or house at 12 p.m. If my cycling speed is 5 km per hour and walking speed is 1 km per hour, then on my bicycle, I covered a distance of. So you can apply two positions of values here. You can consider the total traveling time or otherwise you can consider the distance is equal. Anything is fine, guys. So out of the storyline, what are the indications that I can pick is I started on my bicycle at 8 a.m. Okay. At 8 a.m. in the morning, they have started. Okay. They like the person has started. After going certain distance, don't know what is the distance. After going certain distance D, bicycle went out of order. Okay. That means while going, he used bicycle. Okay. 1 second. While traveling to the certain place, he used bicycle to travel. Okay, done. So as bicycle is out of order, consequently rested for 30 minutes. Okay, consequently rested for 30 minutes. This is just to confuse you, they'll give, guys. And we have to understand that this rest will not be counted into journey. Okay, next. Rested for 30 minutes and came back to my house walking all the way. So the same D distance while going he used bicycle, okay, but while coming he walked and he reached by 12 p.m. Okay, so this is the question. And while going with the bicycle he used a speed of 5 kilometer and while walking he used a speed of 1 kilometer per hour. Okay, so this is the question. So there are two methods to answer to the question, guys. Either you can take the distance is equal or you can take the total time to be into consideration, the total time of journey into consideration to answer for the question. Okay. So 8 a.m. Like the person is starting and while going he used bicycle and the speed is 5, covered certain distance, let's say it is D, and as the bicycle is went out of order, rested for 30 minutes and returned to the home. And while returning he walked and the speed is 1, he returned with a speed of 1 at 12 p.m. Okay, that means from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. What is the duration of time? From 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. What is the duration of time? Duration of time is equal to 4 hours. Okay, but in this 4 hours, rest of 30 minutes is there already, right? Yes or no? That means, can I say travel time is equal to 3 hours 30 minutes? Can I say that the travel time is equal to 3 hours 30 minutes? Are you accepting it, guys? Till this point, is there any doubt? I will explain it in two methods. Is it clear now? So totally, you are out from home by 8 a.m. and again you reach the home by 12 p.m. means altogether 4 hours you are out. But out of that, journey time is only 3 hours 30 minutes as you are taking rest for 30 minutes. Okay. So if you want to solve this question, you can use the logic of total time equal to 3 hours 30 minutes. Okay. Total time means the time that you have traveled using bicycle and the time that you traveled walking. That is 3 hours 30 minutes. Okay. So 3 hours 30 minutes means 3 into 180 plus 30, right? So altogether it is nothing but 210 minutes. I'm converting it into minutes and then hours, guys. Okay. So 210 by 60. So we know speed is equal to distance by time. If you want to write the expression for time, then you have to reverse it. Speed is equal to distance by time, right? If you want to write for time, then distance by speed. Okay. So distance per bicycle is d and the speed is 5. Distance per walking is d and the speed is 1. So 0 will be cancelling 3 twos and 3 sevens. So it is 7 by 2. If you cross multiply, you can find out the distance. This is one process. Okay. And the conventional way that we are using till now to solve for the question is nothing but distance is equal in both the cases. Like distance of walking and distance of bicycle, both are the same. That means, do we have speeds? Yes. So let's say that the speeds that you are taking here as the value. While walking, the speed is equal to 1, right? Done. And here, let's say that walking with the speed of 1 means you are taking certain time of t. Okay. And here, with a speed of 5, and you know that the total time is equal to 3 hours 30 minutes, right? Yes or no? So the 3 hours 30 minutes minus t you have to take. That means you can take it as 210 by 60 minus t. Any which ways is the same. Okay. So you can cross multiply and you can solve for the question and the distance will be the same in both the cases. Okay. So in the model 1, directly you can answer for distance. In model 2, you will find out a time. After that, you can multiply the time with the values of speed to find out a distance in any of the cases. Okay. So I'm explaining it once again. Please check for the methods, guys, and we'll check for the calculation even. Second method, why I have written 210 by 60 minus t. Are you clear with it? Because time taken for walking plus time taken for this bicycle is equal to 210 by 60. If you have taken walking is equal to t, then total equal to 210 minutes, right? So 210 is minutes divided by 60 minus t will be for bicycle. That's the reason I have written like that. Okay. So cross multiply and find for the value of d. So here it is d plus d 1 6d. So 6d by 5 is equal to 7 by 2. So options are so close. Huh? Then let's not take any risk, guys. Solve for the question completely. So 12d is equal to 35. D is equal to 35 by 12. That's it. So actually 12 threes are 36, right? So 2.9 is the best pick. No need to solve completely. Just guess for the answer option. 2.89 like 76 will not work. 35 by 12 means 12 threes are 36. So it can be better 2.91 or 2.92 something. You can mark it for option 3. And if you want to solve using the second model, you can solve using the second model also. You can find out for t value and then either take out a d like a walking or otherwise bicycle value to answer for the question. Okay. So 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. is the out time from the home. Total duration is 4 hours. As rest is 30 minutes, travel time is 3 hours 30 minutes, which is 210 minutes. Okay. So while going, went with a bicycle with a speed of 5, and while coming, walking with a speed of 1. So total time you can use 210 minutes logic to answer, or you can say the value of distance is equal. Shall we go for the next one, guys? Are you clear with it? Yes or no? Please respond. Are you clear with the question? Yes. The logic is only the same thing, guys. They can twist you in any way. Like they can ask you for speed, or they can ask you for distance, or they can ask you for time. Storyline in the question is different. That's it. After solving for few questions and then practicing for few questions, you'll get command on the topic for sure. So this, either you can go with option verification, or you can go with equation method. But I suggest you to go with option verification. So please read the question and try solving it. Raj travels a part of journey by taxi, paying 15 per kilometer means it's 15 rupees. Why? Because and they mentioned it as they are getting 9,000 rupees, right? Please use option verification. They're asking for train. Okay. So let's write this as equations, guys. Raj travels a part of journey by taxi, 15 per kilometer, and rest by 20 per kilometer. Done. If he travels a total of 500 kilometer, so if he travels a total of 500 kilometer means actually distance travel by taxi plus sorry train plus distance travel by taxi equal to 500. This is first equation. Okay. Next, whatever the distance that you have traveled by train, for that for train you will pay 20, right? Done. And whatever the distance that you have traveled by taxi, you will pay 15. Okay. So that is equal to 9,000 rupees. Done. So you can do option verification and you can find out the answer for the question. Okay. So how can you do option verification in a easy manner means I'll tell you one trick. I will not prefer 305. I will not prefer 350. Either I go with 250 or 300. Why? Because you see the values here. Train is 20 and then taxi is 15. Okay. Altogether, it should be 9,000 means definitely it will be in the multiples of 4 or 5. Like definitely it will be in the multiples of 5 with respect to the possible value of 4 also. Okay. You see here 20 and then 15. So if you have taken 305, the opposite value that you're taking for other value, like it, let's say that 305 you're taking for train, subtraction with respect to 500, you have to take it for taxi. That is little difficult, right? Just try to find it for 200 and 300. If that is working, then super fine. If that is not working, increase the value by little more or decrease the value by little less. Okay. So I'm just checking it for 300, guys. Let's see here. 300, I'm checking for train. Okay. So 300 for train means 20. Distance is 300 means leftover distance is 200. So 200 into 15 equal to 9,000. Done. So this is equal to 6,000. 3 to 6, 6,000. And 15 to 30, 3,000. Equal to 9,000. Is it working or not? Yes. So option 3 is the answer for the question. So directly you can pick option 3 as the answer.